Welcome to Atlanta Tarot. This is the tarot forecast for Taurus for the Virgo season coming up. So we're now in the crossover between Leo and Virgo Taurus. So we're getting rid of all that fire energy of Leo, which was quite fast and furious. So, okay, Taurus, let's give a quick shuffle and see what's in store for you in the sign of Virgo, which we've got for the next literally 4 weeks. So, energy around your situation, Taurus, is a slow-moving energy, this Knight of Pentacles. So, yeah, it fits very well, actually, with Virgo. Virgo is not... Unlike Leo that we've just come out of, Virgo is not a fast-moving sign. It's a time to be very particular about things. So if you know any Virgos, or got Virgos in your life, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's a very slow burn. So it's about getting things right, just focusing on what you can get done this month. Don't be expecting fast-moving energy. That's gone for a little while, and we're just going to see what the first 10 tell us about this season of Virgo for you, 2019. Okay, nice slow moving energy though, especially after fiery Leo. Okay, where you are right now, the Chariot. So things are all set to rock and roll there with the Chariot. It's fast moving energy, funnily enough. However, the underpin of the Chariot is that things will move fast, but once you've got that emotional discipline sorted out, so whatever it is, and that can basically just mean our weaknesses, what we know, we do these sort of things really well, we take to them well, we adapt to them well. With the Chariot, it's saying, yeah, look, you're going to really take off, but the main thing is discipline yourself emotionally on the things that you know you've got to work on. Now this might be, and bringing it back to the energy around, that's a slow moving process sometimes. But it looks to me, Taurus, like there's a great sort of victory coming your way, or just turning a corner into it, really sort of things just skyrocketing for you. But just remember, this Virgo season is about emotionally disciplining those things that you feel are your weaknesses, or what trips you up basically. Let's see what's brought on the Chariot in terms of what covers it. So remember, Taurus, that this card here affects the whole 10. So it's the crossing card. So it's quite an important card, because this will determine the rest of what happens with this Chariot and this fast-moving energy of success. Temperance. So Temperance is a wonderful balanced card. It's like when we've got everything in that fine balance that we like. It doesn't come along very often, because life as we know it is a balancing act, getting things exactly right, and then it tips one way or the other, or we tip it. But so basically the 2 major arcana, so really big sort of things happening for you, Taurus. But this Temperance here sort of talks about divine time. So this is when the universe sort of says, okay, ready, set, go. Start working on that emotional discipline. Start sort of getting it's the time to sort of work on things that we sometimes neglect and just think, oh, look, I'll deal with that later. That's just really not going to get me. But it's all about that. So divine time comes in. So the universe has spoken, basically, Taurus. So get tinkering away at whatever you've got to sort of fix within your emotional disciplines. And knowing you guys, it probably won't be very much, because you're very organised and sorted, and you're very sort of strategic about how you go about your things. You're earthed. Let's look at the background of the situation. Another big card, we have the World. So the successful conclusion of a cycle. So something's definitely coming to an end, and so therefore there's a few things just to fix up, so to speak. Once again, it's a major arcana, as I just said, so it carries a lot of weight of a cycle successfully finishing up. So it's, yeah, you're looking at a pretty interesting month. There's a bit of reparation to do here and there, Taurus, but overall it looks like what you've got your heart set on in terms of life path at the moment looks pretty good with the world sitting there. The recent influences, Nine of Wands, and this is that sort of energy. It's like sort of 9 also indicates almost an end of a very sort of busy cycle, very sort of a lot of energy's gone into whatever project you've been working on. And, you know, you may obviously be feeling a bit sort of exhausted from it and thinking, oh, are we there yet? Well, you're almost there. So give it that one final push, that one final spurt of energy plus adrenaline will get this finished for you. So often when we see that finish line, some people just collapse, other people just get an adrenaline shot and off they go and cross first or something like that. But with the Nine of Wands, you're able to do that. It is that extra bit of adrenaline that will get you over and get this whole scenario and this cycle finished off nicely for you. So thus, you know, obviously entering a new cycle very shortly, but we'll see. The lesson you'll be learning in the season of Virgo is the sun. Oh, they keep coming, Taurus. I'm so happy for you guys because they're such hard-working folk and very diligent. And the sun comes in as a yes answer card. So it's a healing card as well, but it's also shining its light into all those dark corners, especially with that emotional discipline. So it'll be glaringly obvious by the sun coming in and showing you, yeah, that's where it is. Now fix that up and then you might be ready to go. Yes answer card as well, as I said, it's just an overall good vibes card, but usually only comes along, you know, when people really need that sort of boost that only the planet of the sun can do for us. The near future. And then we have the Three of Wands coming in the near future. So probably just creeping into September here. We have this good foundations card. It's like growth, expansion, things really happening. Something about a man from overseas too that you may be sort of partnered with, or that it's sort of, he is in your sort of aura. Something about him, something, but it's positive. It's building things with this person. But yeah, very much an overseas sort of far-seeing card of just what's going on out there. What do we need to do? What am I waiting for? Where are we going? And if this guy is a guy in your life, well, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's a very positive card, and it's a travel card as well. And planning as well, going, yeah, well, we could do that. Let's start, you know, planning things for next year. I know it sounds ridiculous. We're only coming to September, but that's how quick this planet seems to be spinning at the moment. There's so many things, so much happening all the time. Okay, let's see what's happening that you're not realising, Taurus, here down in the this is the key position actually in the tarot in this Celtic cross, because this one always comes as quite a surprise to the listener. And you've got the Wheel of Fortune. Oh my God, Taurus, I cannot believe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 major cards. So there's something in the breeze for you. So Wheel of Fortune comes in when it's like you've put in a lot of hard work, and by these cards that we've already turned over today, we can see a lot of work and effort's been put in. So when you get the Wheel of Fortune, in your case, because all the other cards are so massive and positive, it's like, yeah, something really great opportunity-wise is coming your way. But the key underlying meaning of this word is don't miss opportunities at all, because this one, Wheel of Fortune, only comes around like sort of once a year. It's Jupiter, and we know that's the largest planet and that's the most generous planet. It's an amazing planet. So don't miss out, Taurus. Not that you will, but just saying. Let's see how others see you. Another big card, Judgment. So yeah, it's your turn. Karmic debt has been paid off. And this is how people are looking at you. You know, what a journey, what a cycle you've completed. And whoever those people were in this cycle too, it means that you've wrapped it up really well, and so that you've come out of it clear of any karmic debt with others. And we know sort of often with other people, especially in the work sphere that we have to come across, it can be quite difficult to learn to get on with them because they're not people we would choose to hang out with, or it's almost like you have to get on with this. There's karmic debt with all these people. So this one's sort of saying to me to say to you, and through interpretation, is those karmic debts are free, actually, Taurus. So amazing. So yet another sort of green flag waving madly saying move forward, proceed to the next station. Thank you. What you're feeling positive about in the Virgo cycle? Yeah, and loss and grief and brokenheartedness. So it's interesting, this is what you're feeling positive with. And we all carry this with us in our lives. And especially as we get, you know, more mature and more wise, there is this Three of Swords. It's the grief card. So it's about also for you, those of you who obviously have suffered something. It's rare that people don't. You've done well with that as well, but that carries with us all the time. It's not apparent sometimes. Sometimes it appears to be latent and not be there, but we all know that it's there. And at any given opportunity, it can sort of swing back and give us a good smack, and we just think, wow. So just carry on with that and carry that with us. That goes with us, as well as, you know, moving forward through it and just bringing it with us. The final outcome for the Virgo season for Taurus. Wow. Eight of Wands. So Wands once again come into it. So this is the free-flowing energy. This is no obstacles. This is sort of jobs well done and just going, yes, I made it through. I've got the energy back. There's travel plans. There's movement of all kinds. Good PR for you too, Taurus, if you're waiting on some really good PR to come through, or, you know, anything where things just get that green light all round and you can just zoom through every green light and get to your destination way quicker than you would had you not done all this work that you've done. So it's going to be a very beneficial month for you guys, and finishing up with this wonderful Eight of Wands is just beautiful. Also, you know, very Sagittarian, this card. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little arrow from the Archer there, which sort of talks about, you know, the Sagittarian sort of, yeah, travel, philosophy, moving on, moving up, finding out why, where am I going next, what's happening. Really fantastic. Now, the only card that I feel that really warrants a bit of an extra card popped on the top is that Three of Swords. But I guess for most of you, you will know what that is. But let's just do it just because it's important to see how we're tracking with our grief, all of us. And those younger people will know, but you would too, I guess. So let's have a look. And we've got the Ace of Cups. So there's a really beautiful emotional energy in that will come in from this Sorrow card. So it's like this grief, but then underneath it comes a beautiful gift from the heavens. So this can be new beginnings, beautiful new beginnings for you. So where there's grief and sadness, there's also joy and happiness. So underneath that grief that we carry, there's also that joy and happiness and emotional well-being of knowing, you know, I'm so happy that person was in my life. I'm so happy that I learnt from that person. But this is a new beginning, Taurus. So it's just a piece of it. It's a nice little enticement to think that, you know, with grief we also have joy, and it's beautiful. Okay, now I'm just going to do you a complimentary card from my Buddha reading cards, which are beautiful. So usually the message sort of links with the reading. So let's look. Discipline. A disciplined mind leads to happiness. An undisciplined mind leads to suffering. Discipline is one of the most... I can't even read it. Hang on just one moment, Taurus. I need the bigger light. Still a bit wintry down here, so the light's still bad. Okay, discipline is one of the most used practical tools to reunite the mind, body and spirit, and is encouraged in many spiritual pursuits as a way to attain ultimate happiness. So I leave that with you, Taurus. Beautiful reading. Interesting month, or, you know, I'm going to call them seasons now because that's what we seem to deal with here. Okay, I hope it resonated with you. I really enjoyed doing that reading. It was so full of lots of promise and fabulous things to come, and you worked hard for it. So thanks so much for listening, Taurus.